What's up guys, Theo here coming to you live with another coding tutorial. Today I'm going to talk to you about LINQ in Visual Studio and using C#. So LINQ is the language integrated query that lets you either work with databases or just basic data types with .NET and C#. So let's get started. Maybe we'll make a few videos of this, but yeah, I'm going to open up Visual Studio, click Console Application Visual C#. And I'm just going to call this working with LINQ, and then we can create a new Git repository. Maybe I'll upload it to GitHub, and then just click OK, and let that run for a second. And so you can see up here, we're using this namespace system.linq, and you can actually, I think if we go to the definition real quick, we can actually, let me think. Thought you could get to it from go to implementation. Maybe you can't get to it from there. Peak definition. I don't know. Maybe not. I'll look it up. But anyway, so we just have our basic program right here working with LINQ. I'm gonna clear this up so we have some more real estate. And all I want to do is just work with a collection of users. So here's our main method, right? So I just want to create a class or a public class of users, actually, do I want to create a public class of users? Yeah, I want to create a public class of users, and I want to stub out a few properties. So I'm going to stub out int of age, then I'm going to stub out a string of name, and stub out a few more. Int of salary, and then a string of occupation. So this is going to be sort of like our interface, but it's a class really. And yeah, so that's it. And now let's create our list of users. So the way we do that is we can say public list users, and we're going to call it users equals a new list of type users, and then we'll just instantiate it right there. And now we will we're going to stub out a few users. So let's go ahead and get that up and running. We will do I don't know why it's complaining about that. That's kind of weird. Yeah, that's strange. Not really sure why that's complaining. Okay. Anyways, now that we have that, let's create a few users. So we're gonna say user1 equals a new user. And now using our IntelliSense, we should have all the properties. So user1 dot, what does it say? Show potential fixes. Name user1 does not exist in the current context. Public class users. Do I need to bring it inside this? I might need to bring it inside that. User1 dot. Let me see real quick what I was doing before. View, file, open, recent files. Let me open this one up, see how I did it. No, that should work. Huh. Okay, let me try and run this again then. New project, LINQ test, and then console application. Let's just take that out. I don't think that will do anything, but alright. So let's just create a new class, public class of users. And then, right, that's it, okay. And then stub out our properties again. Int age, string name, int salary and prop string occupation, and then inside of our class in our main method we should be able to say users user or sorry we want a list of users equals a new list of type users, and then instantiate it like that. Is it still barking? Okay, looks like that works. And let's create a few users. So we're going to say users, user1, we want it to be of that type, and then we say new users, and now we should have user1 dot age equals 23. This is going to be me. User1 dot name equals Theo. User1 dot salary, we're going to make something up, so to say 200,000. Okay, and then user1 dot occupation, say software engineer, and then let's create a few more users. So we'll do user2, 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 25, Rick, we'll say he makes 100,000. Oh, sorry, we needed to instantiate it. Users, user2 equals new user, and then it's good for that, and he is going to be a minor, and then we'll create one more user, user3, 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 user3. It's going to be 30. It's going to be John. He's going to make 80,000. And cool. So that's it. And then he will be a chef. So we got our users. So let's look at how we can use LINQ, right? So we're going to use it. We're just going to output it to the console. So the console's writeLine method, which will just write it to the console stream. So let's get started. Let's look at how we can implement a query. So let's hook up our query and say var query equals. So I'm going to show you two ways to write it. So for now, let's just grab the user that makes the most money. So I didn't set it up like, well, okay, I didn't set it up like that, but it'll come out to be me. So we're going to say from, well, sorry, one last thing I forgot to do. Let me add our users to our list of users. So say users.add user1, and then let me copy this line real quick and say user2, user3. So now that we have it, we'll do var query. You can either say users query, say we want to return a list of users query equals from users, and then we can say from users, let's just change this to var, from users, and then what do we want to do? We want to from users select u goes to user dot, no, alright, I don't use that way that much, so I'm going to look up how to use that more, but we're going to say users dot, and then you can see we get the IntelliSense for all of these different methods we have on it. So we're going to use the where method, and if we look at it, it says filters a sequence of values based on a predicate. So what we're going to pass in here, we're going to pass in a lambda expression, which just is an anonymous function. So users.where, the user, where, the user dot salary, and is, let's see, actually, yeah, we'll get it like this. So we'll say users.salary is greater than 100,000. So this is the query, but this isn't actually executing. This is just a statement. To call it, we have to say toList, which will return back to us an executed query. This is called deferred execution, but by calling toList, you actually get the query. So now that we have it, we can say for each, we can run our for each statement, var user in query, and we can write it out to the console. So we can say console dot write line user. We'll just get the user dot name, and we can write out user dot salary. So we should only get one, console dot read line, just to give it a break. And let's try and run our application. We should just see Theo. So Theo, cool. But now if we change this to just, changed it to 70,000, we should get all of our users, because every user makes over $70,000. I'm not sure I understand. Var query equals users.where the user.salary dot toList. 80,000 is greater than 70,000. Dot take 3 dot toList. Let me just try this. Theo. For each var user inquiry users dot where. Okay, hold on, let me try this out. So let's look at what else we have. Users dot, oh, maybe we need find all. User goes to user dot salary is greater than 70,000. Now let me try and run our query. Okay, yeah, that did it. I think I'll have to look at it. I didn't think that where just returned a single instance. I thought it could return everything, but users.findAll where the users.salary is greater than 70,000. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. So I'm printing this out, and oh, I know what we can do. So we can say var users, and then we can do let me think. Do a list type users. We can do filtered users equals a new list of typed users, and then in here we can do filtered users dot add user dot name, and from string we just add the whole user. Okay, and then at the very end we can console dot write line filtered users. Okay, that should work. And let me console.readline. So now this should work. Console.readline, system.collection, filter.users. Now actually let's do this for int I equals 0, I is less than users dot, where's the length, or is it count? I think it's count. Let me get it. Count I plus plus console dot write line filtered users I dot name, and then filtered users of I think I could have just done it a little bit easier than that. And then let's console.read line. And then let's run our program again. Let's see what we get. So we get all of our users back because everyone makes over 70,000. Now let's try 100,000. Let's compile our code. And so this time we just get Theo. And let's try makes over 75. Let's try 80, 100, or let's try 90. This time we should get back a list with 2 users. Let's try and run that. So we get Theo and Rick. Cool. Let's try some other methods. So let's do users dot. Let's just try the count and see what we get. Users dot count and dot to list. I don't know. I guess that's not really a query. So let's try something else. Let's do users dot skip one dot to list, and then let's see what we get. Rick and John. We've now skipped 1 in the list. Let's skip 2. We should just get John this time. Cool. And then let's skip 3. I don't think we'll get anything. We might even get an error. No, just get nothing. So let's skip. Let's try a few more. Let's look at what else is available to us. So we have users dot average. Let's try and average everyone's salary. Users dot average. Let me get rid of all this too. And we can do users dot average. What does it take? User goes to user dot salary, and then console dot write line query, and then dot to list. To list user dot salary. Let me look at how I do average. So there's a function users int just average of secret values obtained by invoking a transform function on each element. U goes to u dot salary. O does not contain. That could be it. You cast it to a double. Let's see what it says now. Alright, I have to look up that one too. Users dot let's see, what else can we have? We can do users dot order by descending, and then we can pass it in the user goes to user dot salary, and then we can run to list on it. So now we should get if we loop through our users this time, do for each of our user in query, console dot write line user dot salary. So let's see what we get now. We should get salaries from greatest to least. Cool. And then if we change this around, order by ascending, we should get least to greatest. What's it saying? What doesn't it like? Order dot order by I think the default is ascending. So let's try this out and see what we get this time. Okay, so default is ascending. Let's try a few more. Let's do those aren't linked, those are just regular ones. So let's see what else we have in here. We'll do users first or default, where user goes to user dot occupation is equal to software engineer, and then we could say user dot name. And then we, of course, we want to execute our query, so we're going to say to list. To string, that's weird. Users dot first or default. Let's see what we get this time. Occupation. Alright. Let's see what else we can do. I don't know why that's not working. We can do users dot we do users dot true for all, and then we can pass in user dot salary is greater than 50,000 dot to users dot true for all, and then let's write out the value, or let's see what our query returns. It should just return a boolean right line. I don't think that's LINQ at this point. I think it's just regular. Let's just see what we get. We get true. Okay. Users dot true for all. Let's try one more, guys. Let's do let's group by. No, I guess we don't really have anything to group by. Let's do user.max, user.salary, and let's see what we get now. We get the max salary. I think we can pass in min too. Okay, we get our min. Let me just try it with one more thing. Let's do users.min, users.occupation.length. We should get the user back with the longest job title, which is me. If this works. 4, okay. Oh, the min, sorry. So max. And so we get 17. That's my job title. And yeah, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, I'm pretty new to using LINQ too, but I think it's pretty cool. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and always appreciate the feedback. Thank you. And yeah, guys, see you in the next video. Take care.